This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? This your man Dre Mag coming to you again with a quick video. This is my non-spoiler review on Superman 2025. No spoilers, but I do have some excitement in my heart because this was an actual good movie. But we about to get into it in just a second, but you already know what I do. The real question is, are you
Say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
all right. So this is my non-spoiler review of Superman 2025. Now, I would just say, let me just say this. I was presently pleasantly surprised how good this movie was. Not even gonna lie to you. Not saying that James Gunn was gonna make a thud because or a turd burglar, because I know better. You know what I'm saying? I know better because James Gunn has proven to me time and time again that he makes some of the best stuff out there, some of the best comic book movies. You can't deny what he's done with the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. The guy got us to believe in some of us really get emotional over a talking tree. Just think about it like that. We got emotional over a talking tree. You know what I mean? In a raccoon that talks. So, James Gunn does have a knack of bringing something out of characters that sometimes we don't even think we see. So this is what I wrote on Threads to kind of give you a little explanation or whatever. Superman completely shocked the hell out of me on how well this movie comes together. Not only is it wildly entertaining, it's very heartfelt. David Cornsweet has grabbed the baton as Clark Kent and Superman and has ran with it. James Gunn gave me something different than his Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and it totally paid off. 9 out of 10 movie, damn near perfect. Spider-Man 2 vibes are real. So let me explain. So let me kind of break this down. Let me give you what I liked. I'm going to tell you non-spoilery what I did not like. There's just a few things. One of them is a little major because it's a difference to me from the source material. And then kind of like, my overall thoughts. So for one, let me just say that this movie is very well constructed. What I mean is the editing that goes over here is tightly knit. The world looks beautiful, and I couldn't see it. Okay, so the theater I went to, I was wondering why the ticket was so damn cheap. The theater I went to was the Laser. It wasn't the IMAX. I want to go back and watch the IMAX, but it was the Laser AMC Laser feature, which I'm talking about with my bad eyes is crystal clear. And when I tell you that everything was so crystal clear and beautiful, the reds, the blues, the greens, the pink, everything popped on screen. And then when you look at the editing going from one scene to the next, nothing feels out of place. Nothing feels jarring in the actual movie. Like I said, the cinematography was amazing. When you started looking at the watch, I started looking at the actual atmosphere itself. I thought that was amazing. The pacing of it. I mean, it was a little over 2 hours, and I did not want. It was one of the rare times I didn't want it to end. I wanted to see a little bit more. Now, as far as storytelling wise, this is a story that picks up literally 3 years after Superman announces that he is Superman, and Lex Luthor is doing Lex Luthor things, trying to expose Superman, but there is a greater threat that is looming, which we've seen in the trailers. Why is Metropolis splitting in half? Superman has to save the day, not only in Metropolis, but Bravia. So Superman got a lot of things to take care of. So we're meeting a younger Superman, something that we really haven't really seen uh in the Superman mythos. I think since 1978 Superman with Christopher Reeves. But it wasn't really told that, this is a young Superman. He just started becoming a hero. And this reminded me a lot of the Batman, where we're meeting a young Bruce Wayne just getting into being Batman. The difference between the Batman and Superman 2025 is that this Superman is just like a comic book character. Like, literally, what I liked is that I was watching some of the scenes and I was sitting there like, that's literally panels from a comic book. It's like his vision board was literally comic book panels. It looks like a comic book. It feels like a comic book. Hold up, wait a minute, wait, whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that have been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. So, bye. And Superman is most definitely, to me, his most comic accurate since Christopher Reeves and Brandon Routh's interpretation of it. Nothing against Henry Cavill's, because Henry Cavill's, I would say if this was Action Comics, and I would say that maybe Henry Cavill's is New 52, which I do have some of those, and I think that's why a little bit I kind of held off on a lot of DC comics because, it was cool. It was darker, grittier. You know what I'm saying? DC metal. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes DC metal could be cool. But when you take away from who the character actually is, Superman always stood for, what is it? Truth, hope, and the American way. And we literally get that. But instead of like just America being that, what is it like being human? And a lot of people have complained about that. And this is what I counter. You're meeting a younger Superman who's just now figuring out. Same thing that, one of my arguments with Ironheart is that, this character is just now figuring it out. And I can understand why Superman is probably getting whooped on. It's explained in the movie why Superman is taking so many L's in this movie, which is good. You want to see a hero fall to get back up. And that's what I got. And me being a big Dragon Ball Z fan, how many times have I seen Vegeta, my favorite character in all of Dragon Ball, get beat up? You know what I'm saying? Don't even want to fight no more. You know what I'm saying? But he finds a way to get back up and fight. Same thing with Goku and all of that. So it gave me that vibe. The Lois and Clark vibe, when I tell you the on-screen chemistry was amazing. I am not lying. I almost thought that they were dating for a minute. It's kind of like pointed out, towards there's a scene towards the end of the movie where it kind of like points it out, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even obvious. It's just the chemistry on it was amazing between Lois and Clark. Nothing like we got in the original Superman. This is turned up a notch, and I like that. I like that. They have the best chemistry on screen. Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me get into my Rob from Comics Explained. Let me tell you something. Jimmy Olsen, boy, is Tommy from Martin. And I'm not talking about not having a job. You are the man. Also, Mr. Terrific. On his big screen debut, man, Edie did his mother loving thing. When I tell you that there's certain parts of this that made me like so proud for Edie getting this opportunity to be on the big screen, being again as a superhero, and actually being that superhero and all that stuff. Like he was gonna be a character of black people and all that. No, he just didn't take no bull crap, and he was holding people's feet to the fire. There's no difference in Wesley Snipes. Somebody, shout out to SAJK. There was no difference in him and Blade. You know what I'm saying? Or him and any other character that's serious about, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? We got stuff to do. Chop, chop. Let's go. Stop playing. You know what I mean? So that was good. Nathan Fillion and the young lady that was in I can't think of her name. That was in The Last of Us. Just playing Hawk Girl in there. What's so funny is that there are characters in here, and Guy Gardner was hilarious, just hilarious. But they don't take away from the story of Superman. If Mr. Terrific scenes, he got a scene in there that I wish Black Panther had. Marvel, look what he did. We need that from T'Challa. As soon as recast T'Challa, I need that for T'Challa, because that scene was amazing. You know what I mean? But Guy Gardner and Hawk Girl did not take away, and Mr. Terrific didn't take away. This was still Superman's story. And I know a lot of people is like, oh, he's too hunky-dory, he's too, comical or whatever. Man, bump that. Bump that. The reason why I say bump that is for the simple fact is that Superman ain't out here cussing and all of that. They literally call him the Blue Boy Scout for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He's really like the purest human being or the purest person in the DC universe. Sometimes they holds him back, even in fighting in some of the Superman stories that I have read. Not really a big Superman fan like that, but I grew up with the Fleischer, with the Fleischer videos back in the day, because that's what I got that for Christmas. You know what I mean? I wanted to Death of Superman so bad. I didn't end up getting into my later years and life and reading it. And the guy has always been like the beacon of hope. You know what I'm saying? While everybody else is giving their self away to the dark side, Superman has always been the pure light. You know what I'm saying? And the G golly whiz kind of guy, because all he wants is the best out of people. And I think that that's awesome.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the butter spread. To get your butter spread all on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my mac and cheese.
We now return to the Transformers.
But I did not like some of the fight choreography. The fight choreography was amazing. The only problem was some of the shots were to me, some of the shots, not all of them, but some of the shots were shot too tight. So I could not, it was like, it was too close in. So, it was hard to follow. It was a little bit of what the hell is going on, with it. I did not like the characterization of the Kryptonian parents, and when you and all of that can be retcon, because in my non-spoiler, I'm gonna get into it. I can't really say, but the depiction of them was just not in the right light to me. But again, I would get that into my non-spoiler, or what they can fix with that. I think that was my only gripe. I mean, I did not have a problem with Crypto, because he fit along with the story, and then it made real sense at the end of the movie. It made real sense, and then they poke fun of why that made real sense. My overall thoughts on this was one of the best Superman movies. And I'm talking about from the death of Superman. Okay, so let me just say this, but before I get into that, so there is depictions of Superman from Warner Brothers animation, whether it's Superman, the animated series, or Justice League Unlimited, in other iterations, especially the DC movies. This really felt for the first time I've been asking for this, and damn it, Warner Brothers and James Gunn, you gave me this. You actually gave me a live action version of what I seen in the Warner Brothers animation. So what they could do with this world, and I'm glad it's set up, is already established. Because what they could do with this world, they could just go with it. And I want to see that. I want to see what they do with this world. DC, I think you might be back, baby. I think you might be back. And like I said, some of my favorite movies comes from DC animations. So excuse me. So that was really big for me. I completely enjoyed this movie, like from start to finish. I was smiling. There is some now, with his earthly parents, there's some great moments. Great moments. You know what I'm saying on there. But like I said, my standout character, Mr. Terrific, most definitely Jimmy Olsen. Like, wow. Yo, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Big dog. I mean, I'm just saying, like I said, Lois and Clark's chemistry. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about this. My other critique. There was not a lot of Clark in this movie. And that was one of my big things. How was they going to depict Clark Kent? There was not enough screen time for Clark. As Clark Kent, like moving through the city and stuff like that, or being around the co-workers more often and stuff like that. So that kind of, it did take, because I understood the story. It didn't bother me, but it was something I was hoping for. We got Clark, but we got Clark at home. We got Clark, you know what I'm saying, with the dog. We got Clark, outside, with Lois. But we really didn't get Clark as Clark Kent in the disguise enough for me. And maybe because of the way this film is shot, maybe that's it. But that's all. That's all I thought about was there. But yeah, I did not have a problem with this movie. I know some people, are comparing the events in this movie to real life events. You can say that, but if you gonna use that to say it's woke, then you hate movies. You just hate movies. Like legitimately, you hate movies. So I really enjoyed it. Like I said, this is a movie that you could go take your kids and repeat viewing. You can see this over and over again to me and not get bored with it. Oh my God, what I almost forgot before I left. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Oh my God. I mean, I know Thanos gets his props. Jonathan Majors, when he was He Who Remains. And then Kang. This was on the level of like when you see Kang on screen and he's a legitimate threat before they ruin it at the end of the movie. Or you see Thanos. You know what I mean? But you see it in very comic book accurate, very animated accurate version. Nicholas Hoult knocked this out the park. Oh my God. There is some scenes. I was like, yo, they went there. Man, also, I know there's going to be probably some discord about Metamorpho's baby. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little weird, but it's an alien baby. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have no problem with it. I did not have no problem with it because literally I can see a splash panel of Superman doing this. Especially how weird DC is. I can see this. So I would rate this 9 out of 10. It does give me Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 vibes because of falling and getting back up. Not necessarily the hero's journey in Spider-Man, a little bit mirrors Clark by just trying to do the right thing. The only difference is Spider-Man was like, I'm done with this. They did the Spider-Man no more. And in this one, this is Spider-Man just coming to grips with, dude, this is just who I am. I just want to see the best out of people. Again, I absolutely loved it. But if you've seen it, do not put spoilers in here, but just tell me what you think about the movie. Non-spoilers, please do not spoil it. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I absolutely enjoyed this movie. I thought it was so much fun. I can't wait to see it again, but tell me what you guys think. But also, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. Let me know. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe hard. Don't forget to look up, in a way. But like anything, I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.